Thought I would spend a little time exploring with you the sense of being someone, being an individual that's somehow separate from the whole of experience. Someone having experience, in other words. That sense we have often of, can have oftentimes of things happening, events happening, occurrences happening, experiences happening, and somehow at the center of that happening is me, right? I mean, we really tend to talk about things and hold things as if that were the case, that I'm having an experience, that I'm subject to experiences and circumstances. So just feeling experience, feeling whatever is being felt right now, whatever is being experienced right now, myriad elements and aspects of that. And if you have some sense of someone at the center of experience, yourself, sort of to which all of this is arising, all of this is occurring, just notice that sense of self at the center. Someone at the center of this bubble of experiencing. Literally, like it can feel, even though we might not be articulating it this way, of like, if you were like drawing there's a circle of experience, of course it's boundless. And then at the center of that is like another circle, and that other circle is me, right? The self, the subject. The basic sense of subject and object. So just feeling that sense, sort of like you're here, kind of localized, the body, mind, the person, the personality. And then there's whatever that is that we imagine is somehow not us, right? The world of experiencing, of circumstance. If you feel the body somehow as a big part of that localized center, at the center of experience, sort of the boundary of you, just feeling the body, what you call the body, and just relaxing. Feeling as if you're just completely relaxing this thing we call the body. And noticing as you relax how you can't really find or feel any sort of edge to this presumed boundary of you, this bodily edge. You can't find that, can you? Just feeling that sense of relaxation again, just body completely merged with the supposed surroundings of the body. Absolutely no demarcation anywhere to be found, just that relaxed flow of experiencing. No edge to the body. Just this openness. Same thing with what we call the mind, with consciousness, thinking. Just relaxing the mind completely. And feeling how there's no edge to the mind, there's no boundary to what we call mind. in a sense, it's not really localized at all because we can't find a location to it. We can't find any boundary or edge to it whatsoever. Is feeling that relaxation of body and mind. And noticing in this, from this vantage, we actually can't find body and mind distinguished from what is not body and mind. Can you? You may imagine and conceive that there's something other than body and mind, something separate from the self, from this center of experience. But you can't find, you can't locate what's at the center. The experiencing, what we could call the flow of experiencing, is absolutely centerless, isn't it? You can't find a point in the middle of it to which everything is happening. You can't find the individual apart from its environment. You just find this seamless flow of experiencing. It's complete, relaxed openness. We could say total nakedness. There's no barrier between some self, between us, the presumed me, and life. There's just absolute, we could say absolute vulnerability. There's 0 degrees of separation, right? It's pure intimacy. We are the flow of experiencing. No separation. We don't stand apart from phenomena. Because no boundary can be found, right? No self at the center. Certainly no separate self at the center. It may feel as if there's a kind of a contraction, almost like this localization of I at the center of everything, like a knot almost. It doesn't even have to be tense, but just almost like a localized sense of something at the center of life, the center of experience. But that localized kind of contraction that can feel like bounded somehow is life. We're just relaxing that sense and feeling the wide open expanse of life, the singular nature of this. No self, no other. Just this. even if it feels sometimes like waves are crashing on us from this perspective that I'm inviting us into, the waves aren't crashing on anything. They're just the waves of life, doing whatever they're doing, dancing however they're dancing. The field, the boundless, borderless field, we could call it a field of experiencing, because we can't find an edge to the field either. It's not like the field of experience is somehow sitting inside of something outside of the field of experience. All we can find is experience, right? So it has no border or boundary either, but it's centerless, right? There's just, if we wanted to say there's something at the center of experience, we could just say it's more experience. In that sense, there's nothing at the center of experience but experience, and experience inside of that, and just experience everywhere that's looked, everywhere, everything that's perceived. No inside, no outside, no subject, no object, just this. No boundary. And notice how from this standpoint, there's not things pushing against other things. There's not things, because things require borders around them to define them, but there's no borders in experience. So there's not things crashing into other things, things bumping into other things, things in conflict with other things, not things trying to understand other things. There's no things. So there's a freedom from freedom from everything and anything, freedom from any sense of agitation or conflict, or there's just not things. We can't say what there is because there's something here, but we can't say what it is. But it's fair to say that that boundaries and border lines and edges can't be found. Separation can't be found. And there's just this feeling of this seamless presence of experiencing. There is all this, curiously, these distinct aspects, right? Distinct. There's a sense of a differentiation of, phenomena, if you will, that it appears as distinct phenomena, and yet there's at the same time no separation. Because you can't find lines of demarcation where one distinct flavor or aspect of the field of experiencing comes to an end and then the next one begins. That we don't find that, do we? You put your hand through the field of experiencing, you don't hit anything, do you? You don't hit a boundary or a wall. You just find more experience. I'm hearing the sound of rain right now. It's raining again. So conventionally, we would think of the rain as outside of me, the sounds are coming to me. I'm hearing the sounds, but the sounds are closer than close. There's no separation between me and the sound. There's just the sound of rain. Really no here and there, right? That's the normal sense we have. Again, that there's here, that's the localized, here I am, and then there's there, not me, not here. But again, is the sound happening over there and then I'm here hearing the sound? No, I can't find any boundary. The sound is heard. You can't say here, you can't say there. It's just heard, but you can't say where it's being heard because there's no space. There's no, in a sense, it's beyond dimension, the dimension of here and there. Because you can't tell where one ends and the other begins. I mean, this is right in our face, isn't it? Even if I presume there was a here and a there, where the distinction is arbitrary. So no, here's the end of here, and then there begins. It's right about here. Here's where here ends, and then there starts over there, right beyond here. No, it's completely arbitrary. We can talk about it's like a here and a there. I'm here and you're over there, and you're here, you would say, and I'm over there. But it's arbitrary, isn't it? Where we draw that line, where consciousness makes that line, that supposed line that's laid on top of this seamlessness. No lines can be found. So really, from this perspective, there is no one being threatened by anything. Experiences. There's just experience. Everything's so close, closer than close. Right here. No there. This tiny pointless point, dimensionless. The point of here, the point of right now. But you can't really say there's a point either because it has no dimension, right? What's the outside of the point? I mean, that's what I mean. There's no point. It's a pointless point, right? In the here, now, right now. No past whatsoever to be found, no future, and a moment that's vanishing, ungraspable, gone in the instant that it seems to be here. Yeah, and in the final analysis, it's utterly beyond everything that I just said.